Okay, in the previous training video, we learned how to create a pivot table on a form, and that's what you see here. It's called the P-table. Alright, because what I want to do in this training video is to be able to insert this as a subform into another form. It's going to be the customer orders form. When I double click on that, what I want to be able to do is when I go from one customer to the next by advancing the next record button here from all weather sports to, well, Camp Spruce, it's going to update and display that subform, at least the pivot table, tied to the customer name here. Just like you saw if you watched the training video on the subform of pivot table. So to get started, I'm going to right click on this form and go to the design view, and again insert the P table as a subform in here, the pivot table. Come up here on the design tab to the controls group, click on the subform sub report button, and then click somewhere close here to the other subform and let go. I want to use an existing form. It's going to be my pivot table form. Click next, and then it says how do you want to link your main form to the subform. I'm going to go ahead and say define it my own way. And say in the main form, I know you have the customer name, and the subform that I'm inserting also has the customer name. That's how they're going to link. So when I advance from one record to the next, the subform of the pivot table will keep up because they're linked from name to name. Click next, looks good, click finish. Okay, that table is just stretched way out too far over to the right. I'm going to have to click on it here, and then, well, push it over just a little bit, and then find the right middle handle. So I hover over it, I get a two-way arrow, then I can click and drag and push it back in quite a ways here. Stretch it and then hover over the bottom middle handle and click and drag that, and then hover over the right side of the grid that's stretched out too far, and then click and drag and push the grid back in. Okay, that looks good in the design view. Click on the view button and there we go. So now I have the pivot table. Of course I can scroll back and forth. Maybe I need to stretch that out, but you get the idea. So for all weather sports we had transactions done in January, one in February, and one in March. Well, there we go for January, February, and March. Now what does that mean that we have on March, we just have one date, but yet we have several different prices? Because on that one date they purchased 1, 2, 3, 4 different products. Each product, or this product, was $39 each, that was $89, that was for $34, and so on. So if I click and advance to the next record, it updates. And it shows me here Camp Spruce. I'll have to scroll over, and it may be wise for me so I don't forget, because this wasn't showing, to stretch this out, the pivot table, okay? So I don't forget that if the scroll bar here that I need to scroll over so it's not hidden, I don't think, oh, what's wrong with this? It's not linking up right. So on March 24th they purchased 1, 2, 3, 4 different products. Next, next, next. Looks good. Every time I advance from one customer name in the main form, the Great Outdoors, it's linked up to the subform, which has the pivot table there, and there's the Great Outdoors as well. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel, get notified of the latest videos, and for only $2 a month, you can have access to all my Microsoft Office training videos.